Assalamualaikum and hi Madam Fariza. My name is Nurul Ashikin and I am the representative of my group. We're from Group 3 and our chosen topic is Amazon illness treatment to the employees. I hope you enjoy our video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mashar, magic number 1620922. I'm going to present the introduction part about our topic, which is Amazon illness treatment to the employees. Amazon is the largest e-commerce company in the United States. It is one of the largest company to start e-commerce on the internet and founded in 1995. In the beginning, it only operated online book sales business, but now it has expanded to a wide range of other products. It has become an online retailer with the largest variety of products in the world and the second largest internet company in the world. Our topic is about Amazon illness treatment to the employees, and we will focus on the sexual harassment and gender discrimination. Sexual harassment generally consists of unwelcome sexual advance, request for sexual favors, or other non-verb, or physical conduct of a sexual nature. When submission to or rejection of such conduct is the basis for work decisions affecting a prospective or active delivery partner, or such conduct has the purpose or influence of creating a sexual offense, hostile or intimidating work environment that interferes with an individual's ability to perform their work. Examples of sexual harassment include, but are not limited to, like physical touching or impeding or blocking movements, unwelcome or unwanted physical contact, or sexual advance, requests or demands for sexual favors in exchange for favorable or preferential treatment, sexual jokes or use of sexual explicit language, daring gesture or displaying sexual suggestive objectives, pictures, cartoons or posters, and suggestive or obscene messages or invitations. As for gender discrimination, it refers to the unequal treatment of members of one sex by members of the other sex, especially by males against females. This is manifested in the workplace by, but not limited to, unequal pay for equal work, gender-specific promotion issues, and so on. For example, 3 females raised their concerns about pay inequality to their managers, and Amazon Human Resource Department triggered an investigation into whether the employees were being misclassified due to their gender in the late 2021.
Now, I'll be presenting about the stakeholders affected by the HR issue. The first point is chronic pay inequity. So 3 staffers in Amazon's corporate research and strategy division sued the company alleging gender discrimination. So in this case, Caroline Wilmot, Catherine Commerce, and Erin Combs, who work in various roles within Amazon's corporate research and strategy division, alleged the company assigned female staffers lower job titles for the same roles that are held by men with higher titles and larger salaries. The company then regularly fails to promote women, resulting in performance of similar work as men is higher job scopes, job quotes for less compensation. Wilmot said that of the 4 researchers on her team, 3 female employees were classified in lower paid job categories, while the only male researcher was classified in a higher paid and higher level role. The second point that has been affected the employees is post-traumatic disorder. So Charlotte Newman joined Amazon's global corporate affairs team in 2017 as the first financial services public policy expert for Amazon Web Services. The trauma of sexual harassment was still in her mind, so the manager responsible for evaluating Charlotte's work in Latin America repeatedly harassed and assaulted her. At first, he called her beautiful while they were on a business trip in Santiago. However, that was only the beginning. His actions later went far beyond words. In 2018, he assaulted her at a work dinner in Washington. Even after she confronted him and asked him to maintain a professional rapport, he harassed her again in 2019, pulling Charlotte's hair when she attempted to live in Seattle, work outing, and asking if we could pretend to be a boyfriend and girlfriend. The second stakeholder is investors. Fairness treatment, particularly in the form of discrimination and sexual harassment towards employees, can have a significant negative impact on investors in a company through several pathways. So the discrimination and harassment lawsuits can be costly for companies, with legal fees, damages awarded to victims, and potential fines from regulatory bodies. These financial losses directly impact shareholder value. So public disclosure of discrimination or harassment issues can significantly damage a company's reputation. So this can lead to boycotts, lost customers, and difficulties attracting and retaining talent, impacting revenue and brand value, which can decrease stock price and shareholder wealth. The second point is increased uncertainty and risk. So discrimination and harassment issues can signal broader problems within the company's culture and governance. So this can raise concerns about the company's ability to manage risk and make sound decisions, so leading to decreased investors' confidence and reduced stock value.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ma Qian. So I'm going to analysis and discussion of the Amazon's illness treatment to the employees. Since 2021, there have been many cases of employee gender discrimination and sexual harassment at Amazon. In a class action lawsuit filed in Seattle in November 2021, 3 current Amazon employees said the company instituted sexist pay practices and retaliated against them for complaining about gender discrimination. In the lawsuit, Wilma accused Amazon of misclassifying her into a low-wage job category that was incompatible with the role she filled. She was paid significantly less than the 2 male colleagues who reported to her. The lawsuit alleges one of his colleagues was paid $119,000 more than Wilma. A male colleague who manages a similar-sized team and reports to the same managers as Wilma is classified as a level 8, while Wilma is a level 7. She was promised a promotion but never delivered. The 3 women said they raised concern over the past year and a half with their managers, their bosses, and the human resources. But the company take no action. Instead, the women said they faced retaliation, including the loss of job responsibilities, leadership roles, and promotion opportunities. Okay, let's look at the next cases. Sandy Warner, a black employee at Amazon Web Services, said she applied to join the company's public policy team in 2017. In February 2021, she filed a lawsuit alleging gender discrimination and sexual harassment. She said she had daily responsibilities commensurate with much higher pay rates, but she was never paid enough. She also said she worked above her pay grade for more than 2 years before being promoted, while white men with similar experience were promoted at the company more quickly. The Sandy Warner also said in the complaint that her interactions with supervisors and other senior Amazon executives showed biases against her race and gender. After she was called to director, aggressive, and too scared. Okay, let's see the next. In March 2021, 5 women who had held corporate or warehouse management positions at Amazon filed separate lawsuits against the Teachgate. The women, who range in age from their early 20s to their 60s, all claimed they experienced retaliations from white managers for complaining internally about racial, gender, sexual harassment, or discrimination they experienced. 2 of the women are black, all is Latina, 1 is Asian American, and 1 is white. 3 of the women still work at Amazon, and 2 of them are former employees. All 5 cases were filed by the same New York City law firm, which sued Amazon and several executives in March on behalf of a senior Amazon Web Services managers in discrimination, sexual harassment, sexual assault cases. Addressing sexual harassment and gender discrimination at Amazon requires a comprehensive, proactive approach. Here are solutions and suggestions for creating a more inclusive and respectful work environment. The first one is develop a clear anti-harassment policy. Develop and communicate a strong anti-harassment policy that explicitly prohibits all forms of sexual harassment and gender discrimination. Clearly define sexual harassment and gender discrimination in the policy, including words, conduct, and the expression electronically or in writing. Make sure employers understand what appropriate behavior is. Second, make sure the policy applies to employees at all levels and departments, include temporary and contract workers. Make it clear that the policy applies to ensure everyone is treated equally. Clarify leadership responsibility for promoting and addressing sexual harassment. Leaders should serve as role models and actively promote a safe and respectful work environment. The second one is educational and training project. Implement a mandatory training program for all employees on preventing sexual harassment and promoting a culture of respect. Training should include methods to identify and prevent gender discrimination and sexual harassment, awareness reporting mechanism, and consequences or inappropriate behavior should be covered. Third, investigate and handle properly, conduct prompt, impartial, and transparent investigations of all complaints and take appropriate action to stop and correct inappropriate conduct. Ensure that both complaints and the witnesses receive appropriate protection. The last one is consequences of violation. Clear outline the consequences for individuals found quality of sexual harassment or gender discrimination. Enforce these consequences constantly to send strong messages about the organization's commitment to a safe workplace. For example, once a victim reports someone which such misconduct, the company will fire the employee based on the actual situation and compensate the victim accordingly.
For this part, I'm going to present about our team solution and recommendation. So the first one is be kind and respectful. As an employer, Amazon should ensure that all employees are treated with kindness and respect, regardless of gender, race, or any other characteristic. For the second solution and recommendation is provide employee support program. So by providing resources and support for employees who have experienced illness treatment by offering counseling services and ensuring that affected employees are aware of available support networks. Also, provide some workshops, training sessions, or motivation program on diversity, equity, and inclusion to recognize and prevent any illness treatment among the employees. And the last one is develop communication policies. So establish clear and comprehensive policies addressing fair treatment, diversity, and prevention of harassment. Communicate these policies to all employees, ensuring they understand the expectations and consequences. In this part, I'm going to present about the Islamic perspective towards the illness treatment to the employees. So these are verses from Surah Al-Ankabut that can be related to the HR issue, which is illness treatment to the employees. So this verse, I'm going to read it. Do not walk upon the earth with ignorance and haughtiness. Indeed, you will never tear open the earth, and you will never reach the mountains in height. This verse prohibits ignorance, arrogance, and exploitation, reminding us that everyone is equal before Allah and should be treated with respect. Related to justice and fairness, in Surah An-Nahl, verse 90, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asserts to the effect, surely Allah enjoins the doing of justice and the doing of good to others and the giving to the kinder, and He forbids indecency and evil and rebellion. In Islamic perspective, we can see that the concept of justice is deeply intertwined with the principles of equality, fairness, and respect for the rights of individuals. So justice in the workplace from an Islamic standpoint involves ensuring fair treatment for all employees regardless of their status, gender, age, So employers need to become more understanding and fair towards their employees, aligned with ethical and moral values from Islamic teaching. The second point is Prophet teachings. So Prophet Muhammad SAW exemplified treating the unwell with utmost care and concern. He said, "There is no disease except that Allah has created for it and cure." He also urged Muslims to show compassion and support to those suffering from illness. The third point is dignity and equality. Islam emphasizes the inherent dignity and equal worth of all humans, regardless of their health or position. It promotes treating everyone with kindness, respect, and compassion. So discriminating against or harassing employees due to illness violates these core principles. And the last point is relate with concept of accountability. So the concept of accountability is deeply rooted in the belief in the Day of Judgment or the Akhirah. We are held accountable for every action we did, so that relate with the issue, which is illness treatment to the employees.
Thank you for watching.